Hi, in this video today we're going to see what happens when we charge a Nintendo Switch 2 with a Nintendo Switch 1 power supply. I'm also going to dock it and see what happens when we dock it as well. So as you might be aware, the Switch 2 does come with its own power supply. Let's zoom in and see the rating on both of them. So on the Nintendo Switch 1, it will output 5 volts, 1.5 amps, so 7.5 watts, and 15 volts at 2.6 amps, which is 39 watts. But basically, you can see the outputs there are 5 volts and 15 volts. Now check it out on the Switch 2 adapter here. You can see that we have a much bigger range of voltages. So we have 5 volts, 9 volts, 15 volts and 20 volts, and you can see the respective amps and watts there. So now I'm not quite sure what this docks at. Maybe it needs the 20 volts to dock, but anyway, to begin with, let's just plug it in and see if we can charge it with this, and then we'll plug in our little amp meter and see what it's drawing. So if I plug this in here, I can see console battery there, so it's charging there, and I'm going to plug it in at the top. Obviously, only use the Switch 2 power supply with your Switch 2. I'm doing this purely for the video, out of curiosity. Right, and it's charging there as well. Now let's see what it's charging at. Problem I've got here is this switch is near enough 100%. In fact, it probably is 100%, 95%. Right, so we've got 14.9 volts at 0.8 of an amp. Now let's go into the top and see if that's the same. So 14.9 volts at 0.8 of an amp. Remember, this is nearly charged, so the amperage will go lower. 14.9 volts at 0.8 of an amp. So it's the same whether it's in the top or bottom. Now let's use the Switch 2 power supply and see what that charges at. Pretty sure that's going to be the same. Right, in the bottom one, it is 15 volts at 0.9 of an amp, 0.8, so really much of a muchness there. And let's go into the top one. And 15 volts at 0.8 of an amp. So you can see when it's nearly full anyway, it also charges your Switch at the same amount. But let's see what happens now when we attempt to dock it. So just to show you that the dock is going to be working, let's plug this one in here. And we're going to dock the Switch. So this is with the Switch 2, you can see that it does dock. Right, now let's try it on the other one. With this TV, I do have to actually turn it off because it's got a weird fault on the Switch 2 where it goes into 480p mode. I've done another video on that. Now, so this is the Switch 1. What's going to happen when we put the Switch 2 in? TV is back on again. So here we go now. Ready? Is it going to dock? Oh, it said something. Ah, excellent, look at that. Could not connect to the TV. Please make sure you are using the AC adapter supplied with this console. So it recognises that you haven't got the right one. Let me do that one more time. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, it's clever, that. So there you go. If you were curious, now you know. You don't have to risk doing it yourself. You cannot use the Switch 1 to charge and dock your Nintendo Switch 2, but it looks like it does charge. But why would you use that when you've already got the Switch 2 one? Just use the Switch 2 one and then you know it's going to work as intended. But yeah, interesting. Thanks for watching.